Hey guys, there's a kind of coziness that we can find in any moment if we shift our awareness to some of the sensations that are always there. They're there somewhere. And these sensations are like a tingling, warm, kind of glowy feeling that is often just our body's natural kind of sensation or subtle sensation. It's amplified after practicing yoga, when you're lying in shavasana and your whole body's tingling and feels amazing. The interesting part is to find it in situations or at times that you haven't just practiced yoga. Maybe it's a time where you don't feel so great. To see if you can tune into it in that moment. So this is just a little meditation to play around with it. And I think that for all things that we practice, if we approach it with this attitude of play and experiment, then it takes the pressure off of trying to succeed. Success is so idealized and subconsciously and consciously, so it can become a tricky maze if we're trying to achieve some kind of known or unknown outcome when we approach a practice. It can be also very beneficial, but sometimes it can get in our way. So if you can approach it with a playfulness, and of course there's a little agenda. We want to feel at ease and connected and at peace, and in our practice we want to feel stronger and more flexible and more open. And if we match that agenda or that hope with also playfulness and experimentation, then it even opens up more space for things to really, really happen and unfold. So you can lie down or you can sit up and get yourself all comfy as possible. And close your eyes. And let your breath begin to literally drag you inside. So feel your breath for as much of the pathway from the outer tips of your nostrils up through your nasal cavity and down into your belly. See if you can feel it. It's literally, your breath is literally pulling you inside your body. And imagine that your awareness, your presence is like a little boat. And you're in that boat. And so with every breath in, you just ride the current of your breath into your body. And with every breath out, let the breath carry your presence externally, and resting a moment at the edges of your nostrils. And then as you inhale from the edges of your nostrils, ride the current of your breath down into your body. And as you exhale, simply ride it back out to the tips of your nostrils. And just take 2 more simple breaths like this. Now that next time your next inhale pulls you into your body, then let your presence begin to disperse into various corners feeling into any sensations that are especially sparking. And taking a moment with each sensation that you feel, just to acknowledge, just to really feel it, to really taste it, to have a moment with it. Some of your sensations, they will be louder, and others will be kind of mid-range, and others will be quiet, and there's more that are even more quiet. So now become aware of what are, in this moment, the loudest sensations that you are experiencing. And see if you could feel them without any categorization, except for the one category, which is the level of volume at which they're expressing at. And then go down one little layer of volume, so just under the sensations that are the most loud. What are the next sensations that are just a little more quiet? And then go down another little layer. Imagine you're holding a volume dial, and you're just turning it millimeter by millimeter. So now listen and feel the sensations that are just a little bit less loud. And then go down another little layer. So what are the sensations you're experiencing right now that are more quiet? That are playing a little softer? That are not so obvious? And then go from there down another little layer. And another little layer. Until you get to the tiniest little flicker or flickers of sensations that you can feel right now. Now, it may only be that you can feel these tiny little shimmerings in the tip of a finger. And it might just be only in that tip of that one finger that you can experience these little teeny tiny sensations. And wherever it is, whether it's a large area or a tiny area, go towards that area and imagine that you're approaching a small lake, and the lake is steaming, it's warm, and it's a gradual wade into this warm water. And once you get neck deep. You just simmer in it. And so here, let yourself fully immerse in the sensations, the teeniest, tiniest little shimmerings. And notice if they move or if they begin to spread. Notice if anything is shifting in your experience. Notice if anything is softening. Notice if anything is feeling like it's grounding, like it's relaxing. Is there anything that's letting go? And begin to lightly and sweetly scan your whole body. Start from your toes, the tips of your big toes. Can you feel any tingles there? Your second toe, third toes, the fourth toes, and the little baby toes. And from the tips of your toes, feel both of your feet. And see if you can feel any sensations. Imagine that these sensations, give them form for a moment. Let your imagination play a little bit. You can give them a texture, you can give them a color, maybe they have qualities of light. You can give them a shape. It can be like a swirling of bubbles or little orbs of light, or shimmering sparkles, or water. Now visualize, imagine that from your feet they're beginning to swirl, like a spiral staircase up through your legs, your lower legs. And feel sensations there. And up into your knees, spending some time swirling like a whirlpool in your knees. And see if you can feel any sensations there. And if you don't feel any, don't worry about it. And spiraling now up through your upper legs, coating and soothing your bones and your muscles and your tissues. See if you can feel any sensations in your upper legs and your thighs. And spiraling up into your butt, your glutes, your butt cheeks, your pelvis. Imagine your whole pelvis like a big, beautiful clay bowl filling up. Filling up and then overflowing upward, spiraling up through your spine and spilling out into all of your organs. funneling up into your lungs and your heart, up into your collarbones, up to the base of your throat, and then spilling up and over and down through your shoulders, cascading down through your upper arms, swishing through your elbows, and gliding down your forearms and pooling in the palms of your hands. And feel any sensations you can feel in your palms, but as well as along the whole pathway that these sensations have traveled. And from your fingertips, glide your awareness back up to your elbows, spiraling back up through your upper arms into your shoulders. And then pooling at the base of your throat. Imagine like a little beautiful, gorgeous puddle in a rock that has a little carved out space to hold water. Imagine it reflecting the sunlight so it's bright to look at. It's at the very base of your throat, of your neck. That little dip in between your collarbones. And it begins to fill up, and then a wash of these sensations move up through your neck, moving in this spiral so that you can imagine that they spill out in every direction from the center. Then all the way up to the base of your skull. Imagine even that there's a lengthening from the movement of these sensations, a lengthening that happens from the base of your skull up. So now your whole spine gets to hang almost. Visualize these sensations moving up and filling your brain. And see if you can feel any sensations in your brain. Remember, look for the teeny, teeny, tiny. Look for something that's more like a hum, like a hum in the distance. Like a cozy purr. And these sensations begin to completely fill your face so that all the little muscles on your face soften. Soften, and you can feel like a fullness begin to expand in your face. Bring awareness into your lips. See if you can find any teeny tiny sensations there. Bring awareness to your nostrils and see if you can find any small little quiet sensations. Bring your awareness to the space in between your eyebrows, or you might feel it a little more up, so not directly in between your eyebrows. See if you can find any tiny sensations there. Then bring your awareness into your forehead, your entire forehead. And then lean your awareness back to the space just behind your forehead. And see if you can find any sensations. Bring your awareness to the crown of your head, the top of your head. And see if you can find any small, sweet, glowing sensations. And then from the crown of your head, imagine these small, sweet, glowing sensations cascading all the way back down all sides of your head, through your brain, down, dropping down through the central column of your spine, while simultaneously coating your skin on the outside as one organ, being coated completely in this cascading warmth that falls down through your spine and out, down through your skin and in, down all the way to the root of your pelvis. And from the length of your spine, let this cascading go right through the root of your pelvis, dropping down like a nectar into the earth. And imagine that this cascading on your skin is coating all the way down, covering your legs. Like a warm, oozy liquid. Like a warm something delicious. Comforting and soothing and cozying, if that's a word. I think it is. And allowing everything in every corner to rest at ease. And see if you can feel now more of these beautiful little soft whispers of sensations. And can you take note and realize that coziness, any warm, tingly deliciousness that you might feel was generated by you. Nothing external. Could even say that you are cozy. And there's just so much deliciousness to be experienced being in our bodies, really inhabiting ourselves, our cells. Bring your awareness back to your breath as it travels in, and just notice if you can feel as though it's eased, it's softened, it's then therefore deepened. Begin to bring your awareness back to your nostrils. Then slowly, slowly begin to come out. But as you come out, beginning to open your eyes, keep your awareness inside the tingly sensations. Stay inside. Stay so deeply inside as you externalize with your vision. Yum. I hope you guys feel a little bit of coziness, self-generated. Thank you for meditating. What's up, you guys? You guys having a conversation? What was it all about? What was that all about?